Hello everyone. I'm going to make today's video about part 7 of Wendi Adelson's book, This Is Our Story. Maybe some of you might find some things pertaining to the trial, but I'm just going to kind of rush through this summary. So let's get into this part 7 of Wendi's book, This Is Our Story. So where we left off, Lily had founded a group of social workers and law enforcement to start addressing the human trafficking problem in Hiawassee Springs in the book. She wanted to create a shelter for victims of domestic abuse as well. She went on a speaking tour asking for donations. She talks to the sheriff. He refers to her as Mrs. Stone, and she says that's her mother-in-law's name. And guys, that's kind of an interesting part of this book. This is like the second or third time where she refers to her mother-in-law in a negative tone. This is not an autobiography, but just wanted to tell you guys what's in this book. All right, so they suggest a jail cell for domestic violence victims, and she started a task force with the sheriff to help with the problem of human trafficking. She refers to the women being trafficked as Stockholm Syndrome, and she says she can understand this because of her relationship with Josh, aka Dan Markel. Anyway, so she thanks the officer for his resources and looking into the problem of human trafficking. The characters Rosa and Mila were rescued, and Lily would visit them at the shelter, which was in the jail. They decided to prosecute their captors and got a pathway to citizenship. They were entitled to some grants and subsidies. Back to the whole Stockholm Syndrome of these women who are victims of domestic abuse. Wendi was explaining Stockholm Syndrome like they begin to love their captors, and she strangely relates this to her relationship with Josh, aka Dan Markel. So Wendi is trying to help the women get citizenship and grants and jobs. And randomly, Lily's husband, Josh, aka Dan Markel, teaches some of these students English at the university. Moving on, Josh tells Lily that she needs a hobby, so she joined a Latina club to learn Spanish. So then when Lily represented Mila in this trial, she talks about how she is representing Mila to get ready to testify against her traffickers in court. And Mila decides to follow in Lily's footsteps to study law. So I believe that's the end of chapter 31. And thank you guys so much for listening to the book summary of Wendi's book, This Is Our Story. And I will do part 8 as soon as I can. And sorry I sat on this one for so long. I hope you enjoyed my analysis of her book so that you don't have to read it yourselves. And we will continue to follow the Dan Markel murder trial and look forward to Charlie's trial coming up. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.